Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Cal here. Today we're going to be going over everything that happened in the Game 2 section of the NBA playoffs. So you can go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Cal, and let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with the first game, which was Heat at Bucks, and the Bucks were just absolutely destroyed the Heat. Fantastic three-point shooting. I think they shot 40% from three total. 31 from Giannis, 22 from Brian Forbes off the bench. Greg Popovich is somewhere happy right now. And I know I said after game one that game one was probably the worst I've seen Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo play in a long time, and they topped it. They played even worse somehow. And you just can't have Dwayne Dedmon be your leading scorer and expect to win a basketball game. Trevor Ariza has not been good for the Heat or getting 2017 Game 7 Trevor Ariza right now. You can't, 19 minutes didn't score a point. You can't do that in a playoff game. That just can't be allowed. And Duncan Robinson really just didn't have the type of game that they need him to have. 10 points is fine, but 10 points isn't going to be enough if Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are only combining for, 26 points? That's bad. I think Goran Dragic and Dwayne Dedmon off the bench probably scored more than their entire starting lineup. 20, 30, barely less. That's 36. They ended up with 45 total. Their starting lineup did, and so their bench outscored their starting lineup. You just can't do that and expect to win a playoff game. But really good game from Giannis. I do want to say something. I thought a guy by the name of Jordan Nwora was really good. 5 points off the bench in garbage time minutes. Only played about 8. But I think he's got some potential. I think he's going to be a good starting small forward in this league. He's pretty young, I believe. How old is he? He's 22. So, played for Louisville. I think he'll be good. Moving on to the next game now. It is the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trail Blazers, and Dame just absolutely dropped the bomb this game. 42 points. Same can be said for Nikola Jokic, who had 38, I believe it was, for the Trailblazers, who lost this game by about 19 points. Pretty poor performance, especially defensively. Yusuf Nurkic has to be better. You guys have to play defense. You have to pass the ball to Norman Powell, for fuck's sake. You can't give Robert Covington 37 minutes. I love Robert Covington, but you cannot be giving a guy 37 minutes and have him score 3 points. That can't happen. I love Robert Covington, but if he's not going to give you more than 3 points a night, you have to move on. A decent game from CJ McCollum. Not the type of performance you want to see out of Melo. You got to give, I think, Anthony Simmons a few more minutes. 10's not enough. And then for the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. is hitting every shot he wants to. Aaron Gordon's really fun to watch. I don't know if they have. I've said it before. I'll say it again. They don't have the guards to win the series. Definitely won't win a second round series, but I mean, this is gonna be a fun series. Moving on to the third game now. And not really a whole lot to say here. Celtics Nets. Jason Tatum got poked in the eye or whatever. Who cares? Nets are a better basketball team. I don't know who has to tell anyone that. Yet the Nets are better at basketball than the Celtics. That's absolutely shocking. Especially without Jason Tatum, this Celtics team doesn't have a shot. But maybe they'll win a game. Jason Tatum will definitely be back for Game 3. We'll see what happens. Good game from Joe Harris, even if he only had 3 points in the second half. Blake at center running small balls, kind of working. I still kind of want to see some DeAndre Jordan minutes. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that. I feel like DeAndre Jordan might work better. Maybe I'm wrong. To give him no minutes at all seems a little weird. Um, I like Nicholas Claxton, but I think we could really easily have a third center in the lineup, even if they were wanting to give some young guys minutes at the end of the game. I'd still I just give Jordan some minutes, man. He's still a good basketball player. Okay. Moving on to the fourth of 8 games now, Lakers and Suns, and this is a great game. I think this is going to be a fantastic series. 34 from AD, A Disney, as he's known on the Twitter trending page. Decent production wise from Drummond, even though that's not expected. 23 from Braun, who needs to be better. Schroeder probably had his best game as a Laker. Finally gotten the Marc Gasol minutes we've all been asking for. He had a nice three, couple boards or whatever. Kuzma's pretty trash. Caruso's good at defense. Not really much else to say. Chris Paul is hurt, man. And if they lose the series, it's going to be because Chris Paul is hurt, which pains me to say, but whatever. 31 from Devin Booker, though, in 40 minutes. Pretty good. If Booker can give him 31 a night in this series, this team could be in good shape. Ayton's been on fire so far, 22 points and 10 rebounds in this game. Cameron Payne with 19, also pretty good. So the Suns are looking really good in the series, even if they do lose this game. Even if LeBron did have a really good shot, I'm still feeling pretty good, even with Paul hurt and them losing this game. I still feel pretty good about my Suns winning the series prediction. I had them in 6. It's still possible. Will it happen? Probably not. But now each team's got to win. What is it? 3 of 5. I mean, someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna win 3 of 5. It's gonna be tough, but one of these teams has won 3 of 5. Moving on now, Clippers and Mavericks. Why this game was at the same time as Suns and Lakers is beyond me. Whoever did that needs to be fired. You cannot effectively watch 2 games at the same time. But whatever. 20 from Porzingis, 39 from Luka Doncic, as he absolutely, once again in this series, same as game 1, just got whatever he wanted offensively. And the Clippers just really had no answer for him, and Patrick Beverley is trash at defense now, apparently. Tim Hardaway Jr., 28 points, pretty solid. If he's your third scoring option for the Mavericks, I think you'll be all right. But pretty good game for the Mavericks. For the Clippers, though, lots of people blaming Paul George, but he, in my opinion, had a pretty good game. I think Patrick Beverley and Ivica Zubac are, without a doubt, the guys to be blamed here. Maybe you can throw Marcus Morris in there, but the Patrick Beverley, Ivica Zubac, and yet freaking let's throw Morris in there, are not getting the job done. Paul George and Kawhi are doing the best they can. They can only do so much, but they're just not getting the job done. You should start Batum at this point. Why they're not starting Batum is beyond me. Batum for the Clippers all season long has been Mr. Big Bucket Getter. You watch him drain a shot, and you're like, oh, they really needed that shot. And also, can we get Serge Ibaka playing? He played 6 minutes tonight. Like, come on, guys. I know he's hurt, but it's a playoff series. You gotta have your best center playing. Yes, I said it. Serge Ibaka right now is better than Zubac. Okay, that's the truth. Anyways, moving on to yet another game. Wizards and 76ers fan pours popcorn on Russell Westbrook's head. I really just wanted to watch Russell Westbrook just fight that guy and just have a boxing match of fans being that did stupid crap to players, and players just they should box. It'll be hilarious. That's must watch television. Obviously, I hope Russ is all right. 33 from Beal in a 25-point loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. As I accidentally opened the highlights. Looking through the box score, I watched this game obviously, but making sure I don't miss anything, at least statistics-wise, looking through the box score. Tobias had another great game. Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons, a great game. Joel Embiid, pretty Joel Embiid-ish numbers. Matisse Thybulle, with I think it was 5 steals and 4 blocks, something like that. And he only played 20 minutes, but he was really good. Dwight Howard, double-digit rebounds in just 16 minutes, also really good. Korkmaz, 13 points in 16 minutes. Maxey, 10 points in 14 minutes, also really good. B-Ball Paul got some minutes. But yet 76ers just a better basketball team. I'm a Wizards fan. I hope they don't sweep the Wizards, but it's looking likely, especially if Russ isn't going to be able to play. I think he will be able to, but if he's not, we're screwed. This team is pretty awful without Westbrook. I'll be honest. You can only do so much, and without Westbrook, we can't. We just don't have a shot. Next up was Hawks Knicks game 2, and this is another one, like Suns Lakers, where this is just going to be an awesome series. Madison Square Gardens is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the best arena in the NBA. Maybe I thought it was a little overrated before these playoff games, but playoffs, Madison Square Gardens is absolutely the best atmosphere I've ever seen. I'll be honest, I've never been to a game there, but just on TV, that place looks great for a playoff game. Clint Capella, absolutely massive. He had 12 boards, only 4 points, but he was great tonight. Trae Young did Trae Young things. DeAndre Hunter hit some big threes down the stretch. The Hawks need to remember that John Collins is on the floor or sub someone else in for him. Danilo Gallinari's haircut sucks. Anything else? Will Williams is good. Tony Snell's good, even if he didn't do anything. But for the Knicks, that was a great third quarter run. 26 from D Rose really won them this game. I know Julius Randle did not look great until mid third quarter. Obi Toppin with just 12 minutes had some big buckets for him. You can probably say the same for Taj Gibson, even if he had 30 minutes. Do we play Toppin more than Gibson at this point? I don't think so. A decent game for Burks again. But this one's going to be a really fun series. Can't wait to watch Game 3. Or Game 4 it'll be on ABC. But Game 3, I don't remember network Game 3's on. I think that's Friday. I think Game 3 is Friday? I don't know. We'll see. And moving on to the final game of the Game 2 set of games or whatever. Grizzlies, Jazz, and Ja Morant is a different breed, man. 47 points in 43 minutes. They would have lost by 60 without him. I'm willing to say that because that's the truth. They would have lost by 60 without him. Even with Ja Morant, with 47 points, they posted 129 on one of the best defenses in the NBA. Their starters combined, they really need to get some more off their bench. 0 from Grayson Allen, 7 from Melton. They don't really have any bench depth. They're trying to run like pretty much a 7-man rotation. I mean, you can give Tillman some guard. They just gave Tillman Jones. I don't know why Jones is playing, but they gave Tillman garbage time. And, like, they need another guy or two. Because they're trying to run a 7-man rotation, and that's just not working. Ja with 47, though, he's just a different beast. Dylan Brooks, 23, drops a 20 bomb. Again, I said it last video. I think Dylan Brooks is going to make himself a star of this series. Relatively unknown to casual NBA fans. This guy's the beast defensively, and he's starting to turn himself into a pretty good scorer. Offensively for the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell made his return, dropped 25, looked pretty good early on. Decent game defensively from Rudy Gobert, what you'd expect from him. Clarkson and Ingles with some big threes, and that's going to be it for today. Leave a like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at BudBudCow, like I said. Probably Champions League final predictions video tomorrow, but yeah, leave a like and subscribe, and peace.